going down back and forth. And if you're eUnited, you know you have to win 2 series. What do we always say about 2 series? Get done with the first one as quick as possible. Put the pressure on that winning team.
And there is someone in the history of Call of Duty who's done it to OpTic Gaming a couple times. I know we're going back to 2015, but Clayster has done it. His energy, his passion, he's got to be the catalyst for this eUnited squad if they're going to do it.
There's also a guy on the team in JCap. OpTic's done it to him a couple of times. He's looking for revenge. eUnited with a great start, able to get 23 seconds on the board, but OpTic Gaming able to break on in. And you can see on the right side of that mini-map as we go towards that church courtyard, OpTic Gaming in a very good position, but here comes the eUnited pushing. Karma on a bit of a flank right now, trying to lock down Bales. Nope, not able to find that one. Abizi finds one towards that courtyard side. TJ just trying to stay up, but OpTic have the spawns.
They've got the spawns, but eUnited get into clear very, very quickly, continuing to rack up time, but all basically square in the early going. We'll see if OpTic can bust on through, but Bristini wants none of it, holding the edge for the push through Church. He's got Arcides looking over him with the Maddox as well, but the contest is now in, at least for the moment. Bit of a hectic gunfight there up close and personal with the SOG, but ultimately he will end up dropping. But this is great for eUnited. It's once again, we've seen them do this at a couple of hard points where they don't necessarily have your favorable side, but still can get in and contest, get in and fight some time.
You can see the movement of all those blue arrows. There we go. Thank you, Paradox. Shout out to you. Great observing all event long. But those blue arrows starting to back up towards that statue side. Karma trying to work this low side cafe.
And that's great. You know, eUnited didn't have to, hold the back, then push through halfway through the hard point and get set up. They did a great job from the front, and now they can get set up. At a hard point, we know you can rack up a ton of time if you're patient, if you have the proper hold. And so far, the opening kill is going to eUnited, but now Karma and company trying to get the break on in. No luck as of now as they're trying to funnel through those bottom steps, and Vision is there.
Yeah, Clay able to pick up a lightning strike right now, just trying to stay alive. 45 points off that Hellstorm.
How many streaks has he?
I don't know, man. The guy is a streak machine right now, but TJ's gonna punch him in the face. Arcides still controlling the back. A very solid start for eUnited, but that's what you expect, right? They just come off a Game 5 win. Their adrenaline still pumping. Guys like Scump and Dashy. Look at Dashy. His first final, a very slow start at 1-8, but you know he can flip the switch at any moment.
Remember, eUnited don't have a win on this map, in this mode, at this tournament. Only played it once, and it was a loss. So this would be a stunning victory. And the one thing maybe they have in their favor, like you said, just maybe a little bit hot coming off of this. Clayster looking strong thus far, as he is starting out 7-3 and still has those streaks to work with.
And if you're eUnited with 60-50 point lead, you're starting to rotate towards barrels. It's another very strong hard point. Scump, he's gonna get taken down by Clay. Clay trying to do the best he can, but he's all alone. This is a hard point where OpTic can get right back into it, but this could also be a huge motivation for eUnited. If they win this, they have about a 100-point lead, and you gotta close out this game because we saw what happened earlier between splites. Close them out while you can.
Well, Scump right back into the hard point. The push coming in. He's hit with a stun as well, just trying to jiggle and dance as much as he can, but the collapse does come through for eUnited. Crim6 the next man up for OpTic, but Arcides ready and waiting. But eUnited, the main thing here, like they've been pushed out a lead, but they haven't really been able to get that big gap, right? OpTic they've floated around. I think that's big for OpTic, considering you're coming into this maybe a little bit more cold. Just float around. You get a kill like that from Trim as him and Dashy combined for 4. And as they heat up, you feel better about them over the course of this game. Crim can do no wrong, man.
Yeah, 4 in a row. You think that last series against Splice was a big confidence booster. You heard him in that interview with Jess. He basically said, I really haven't been here until that last match. He's trying to put on a show, 13-9, and that's what you want out of your veterans. Crim6 and Karma, they've been in a ton of these. They've won so many championships. Step up when TJ and Dashy need you like they do right now.
Well, Clayster, I believe, has pulled out the Tempest. We'll see what he's able to pick up with that. He's got one. There's the second to come through. Still has those streaks to work with as well. He's just pushing out, trying to get whatever information he can. You see TJ spawning out. He's unfortunately be running right into this. Sorry about your luck, TJ. You'll be right back on respawn.
Yep, great Tempest use so far. Able to find another one onto Dashy. Gonna take care of him with about 20 seconds left. Watch that rotation. Once again, Pristini and BZ are here as we rotate through this courtyard area, but TJ and Scump find the kills. So scrap time over to eUnited. But OpTic Gaming went in that early rotation.
You're getting kind of close to streaks again. I was about to say, think about investing something. You might build on them. You don't need to double up. Invest a lightning strike and see what play you can make. He's able to at least pick up TJ in transition. Now we'll watch Bracini fly in. He is able to pick up one. Karma comes in. They actually trade there as you see the grab slam come through.
And so a couple of specialists used on both sides. You saw attack 5 boost popped by Scump. Bracini with the grab slam. But OpTic still stabilizing a little bit. But you do have number 4. That's Arcee's just staying alive right now towards the back. He's going to give his team spawns. TJ misses the back smack, and now eUnited. This is a great opportunity for them, and Arsene knows it. He pulls out the War Machine. If they can get these 30 seconds, they're going to be up about 90 points.
And he's going to maybe able to tack on some extra streaks to this as well. Already has the lightning, looking for more. Karma's going to catch a grenade in the back pocket, and there's everything. He's going to have Hellstorm and Drone Squad now ready and waiting to fire into this. The lead has built to 70, but he will end up getting dropped by Scump. You just feel like at some point during this OpTic game, he's going to make a run. Just when's it going to come? And when it does come, can eUnited withstand it?
There's just way too many streaks right now, right?
Is that going to be what closes it out?
I'm thinking this is a great rotation for OpTic, but the reason they gave up that rotation was because they had the streaks, but actually, they don't get anything with the Hellstorm. Karma able to stay alive. JCap versus Karma goes the way of Karma, but the pressure's still here from eUnited. Maybe they invest in another one. This is a very big hill. They still have that 90-point lead. Here comes Pristini, here comes Clay. Just being a nuisance for OpTic.
They still have that back spawn, but they need to get some time to flank comes in. That's going to be Dashy making the play. But as that Hellstorm comes in, 3 get cleared out, so that's going to be no time in the hard point for OpTic. So despite the fact they've held the spawns, they haven't got a lot of time here. But you think about it, the last time these guys played, that's when OpTic had the lead. eUnited had the miraculous comeback that fell a couple of points short. You saw OpTic have the miraculous comeback they pulled on Splicing. They've had some insane games here. They just got to get it going. They got to get going now.
I think that was a great job by OpTic. There was a lot of streaks used by eUnited. Now look at the top right. TJ, Dashy are 2 big specialists. They're loaded on in, but Abizi able to find a couple of kills. JCap as well with those songs. As we rotate on over towards this barrel area. Nice stun on the Karma. That's going to be an easy cleanup, and now you have to invest these because eUnited in a very good position.
Dashy's having a very slow game. Could this get him going? 10 and 19. Tags a second, starting to feel, but they got to clear them out.
Oh, the drone squad, the drone squad!
Oh my God, it actually finds 3, so the streak goes off. He earns it early, and now it's punishing a chance where maybe there's a swing for OpTic Gaming, but the streak's just too strong. eUnited keep rolling, and you hear the chants in the venue start to pick up.
Karma trying to do what he can, but a little bit of a split push out of OpTic Gaming. eUnited can't win here, but it's going to be tough for OpTic. They're going to basically have to play perfect. We know with specialists, with those score streaks, you still have that lightning strike, and what a game out of Arcees. 29 and 11 from him.
So he comes into this game with the #1 overall KD and hardpoint. How many times this weekend have we talked about his ability to take over a game? He can absolutely dominate, and he is 29 and 12. What a performance from Arcees, showing why he has been in hard carry mode and hardpoint throughout the course of this weekend. A true and utter superstar in the CWL.
Yep, still has that lightning strike. OpTic do get control at Cafe, trying to stay alive. TJ did have to invest in the War Machine. Nice cluster will slow down that push, but there we go. Lightning strike called in, able to find a couple of kills. A nice stun by Scump will slow this down, able to find a couple, gonna slide on out. There's the second, but just 14 seconds needed for eUnited. Pristini.
He's feeling it. You heard him on the desk. They said we haven't talked about him nearly enough. But the remaining players here, there's 3 left in from OpTic. They have to continue to hold every single point. So lethal right now for the side of eUnited, but this ends up being a flawless hold
they can win here still. They had to contest. They had to back on up.
Oh, yeah, you talked about Pristini as he's able to turn and snap, but you're still inside for OpTic. Now the big thing is going to be the rotation here. You already have Dashy, Scump, and Karma inside. Vision Pulse is going to be popped, so they'll have that added vision to try and break on through. Haven't found an opening yet. The comeback is here. The comeback is here. They have a ways to go, but slowly but surely they're bringing it back.
Yeah, so then that specialist. Karma has Grab Slam available. What a comeback this would be. Way to set the tone for the grand finals. Abizi, though, able to find a couple of kills. Now Karma going to try to rotate on back. He has to invest this right now.
They're doing
it. He was able to get it.
They're doing exactly what we saw United do that first time through. They held it from this side of the map, and that makes the rotation to third so much easier.
This is
you just have to back it out and get set up. You're in panic mode right now if you're eUnited. You felt like you had this game closed out. You've had streaks throughout. You've gotten great use out of your specialists, but now everything crumbling before your eyes, and you see the number 9s and 10 on the minimap. That's Dashy and TJ, the youngsters getting set up, but with 7 seconds left, they're gonna get that. Well, actually, it looks like Krim went in to try and contest and make a play for a second. How close are they gonna be? 244. OpTic now, they've gotta be perfect. They've gotta be perfect.
Avizi's on the hill. He gets a couple more seconds, but OpTic are there. Looking at specialist, Clayster's close. Clayster is very close to another Tempest. Dashy able to find one, finds it. That's a lightning strike as well.
Streaks now in for OpTic.
Are you kidding me?
A team kill does come through, but the lightning strike's gonna follow it up. What can he connect on? It's actually gonna pick up Scrub.
He got two. He got two of his teammates.
Two teammates are gonna drop, but you still have the hero Crim6 inside. His teammates there. They now just need 13 more points. Plenty of time to hold on. They're spawning out. The Tempest is in. OpTic Gaming look like they're gonna do it. It looks like they're gonna do it. 3 seconds remaining. Get off the map. They've done it. The comeback is alive and well.
What a game one from OpTic Gaming. That's not once they've done that, that is twice.
That's one way to start the grand final. My God, what a comeback. And we'll see the final moments here as the Bruce chants get going. He has been special with the Tempest, and he makes the plays, catching Pristini out of midair and locking down the game, sealing it there.
Remember when I told you at one point he was 1-9? He finished that game with 6,700 damage. Number 1 in the lobby.
Remember,
what a comeback from him.
At the point, remember what I said, somewhere midway through the game when OpTic's down 80, I said to you, at some point OpTic's gonna make a run. When they make that run, can eUnited survive it? I think the answer is no. You knew at some point there was gonna be a flurry. You had, at that point, after what, you had 4 streaks or so available on the side of eUnited. Everything looked good. That is such a painful map, and what sucks there too, if you're eUnited, you can see that sucks something out of Clayster. A guy that you want to get going early, passionate early, energy, hyping up the guys. It feels like you just got sucker punched.
And looking at that comeback, right, what does it start with? There's 2 things. The first thing is the barrel contest. It was a great job by Krim. That's where he's able to find 4. The second thing is that Church Courtyard hill. eUnited had the back spawns, like you said, they invested so much, but there was a couple of plays, a lot of contest time that allowed OpTic to, that easy rotation on over to Statue. The lightning strike got a little scary, but because they had back spawns.
They had, what, 3 total team kills over that stretch?
Oh,
I think 1 came with the Maddox and 2 of them with the lightning, but that's the benefit of having the spawns, especially on a hard point like that. But where you really saw it happening, you saw it, that Church Courtyard. When they held the front, if they could just contest it, make sure eUnited couldn't put it out of reach there. You saw the spawn setting up just like eUnited the first time through. That was a special map 1. I hope you guys are having fun, because I sure as hell am.
That's just got to be a game 1. That's what we were talking about. You have to put OpTic Gaming away. They weren't able to do it. The good thing for eUnited is you go to a search and destroy where they're 3-0. But on the other side of the stage, OpTic Gaming is 3-0 as well.
And think about the 2 times they've played that map, though, Joe. You almost had the insane eUnited comeback, but they fall a couple points short. OpTic get their run and they close it out. One team had just enough left in the tank to get it done, but how similar are those maps when you look at it? It's just one closed out the comeback and one didn't. I know we're talking about a series, obviously, earlier in the tournament, but that's something special from OpTic. That's something special.
Yeah, this is the true test right here for me for eUnited. If you're able to bounce back from that, we could have a long grand final. And remember, look at the past eUnited versus OpTic Gaming grand finals a couple of years ago. These guys typically go 2 series.
So this is what you said.
They're both 3-0, I believe.
Both 3-0.
And remember, 2 snipers, Clay and Dashy.
I feel like you have to win this if you're eUnited, because if you look at Arsenal Control, OpTic 2-0, and again, eUnited has not played it. Now, could they have some great strats for it? Can they get a victory? Absolutely, but you do not want to go 0-2 into a third map where you haven't won it. So let's get right into the search after an insane comeback and run from OpTic Gaming. And now it's going to be Dashy with the snipe out. First one, second one, both whiffs, but you don't want to give him many chances, Joe.
Yeah, but the pressure is on him. He's gonna back up towards those stairs. TJ inside the vent. Yep, there we go. There's a kill. Scump finds one. The trade's there from Pristini. But now you have man advantage. Glacier though inside, not able to find that kill. He had the Mozu out. Dashy with the Mozu able to find one. Now a 1 versus 4 for Pristini.
What can Pristini do here? A lot of time to work with, but basically the entire Legion.
Yeah.
Yep, that makes sense. Don't give him much of a chance in that one. Don't give any bonus towards the specialist for OpTic Gaming. No more kills.
I think that's just it. If you're just tuning in, you're wondering why did he just jump off the map and do that? He doesn't want to give a lot of time to OpTic Gaming for specialists. Doesn't want to give them more points towards score streaks.
You know when you're beat, and that's a situation where you're beat. Just get off the map. They brought in TJ Haley. You see him on the screen right there. They brought him in to be a difference maker in Search and Destroy. And you saw the stats last night. Well, many of you did. TJ and Dashy were 1 and 2 in overall Search and Destroy KD. I think Dashy's still sitting in the #1 spot to come into this. They came in to make a difference. They were recruited to make a difference. And they have done just that. Woo! Well, Dashy, you can do it, but so can Clay. Nice shot from him, and we've seen him hit these throughout the course of the weekend. He's been so effective with the Paladin in hand.
I think that's why both of these teams are 3-0. The snipers of Clay and Dashy have been so darn good this entire weekend. Bomb will be planted 5 versus 4. If you're eUnited, you have an advantage. Stun on the Scump. Pristini doesn't know Karma's in that corner. Karma able to find 2. Now Scump goes. But it's a Beezy. The young gun on eUnited is able to find 2. Almost finds a 3rd, but TJ with the cluster.
Now going to be a 2 versus 2. 25 seconds for them to work this defuse. Clayster starting to push up. He catches from the back line. The Sog too much to handle at that range. Now going to be a 1 versus 1. Exactly the situation. You pick up TJ4. Not able to do it. It's Clayster. Clayster getting it done in the 1 versus 1. And time in for the defuse. What a big moment for eUnited. You need that round.
I'm actually surprised TJ backed up into the lobby that quick. There was about 14 seconds left. I think he just wait outside those doors, forced Clay to defuse.
You think maybe a little bit of a misstep then?
I think a little bit.
Good. Well, let's talk a little bit about the snipers. You've seen them obviously from Dashy and Clay. You know, when you were a professional player, what does it change for you, regardless of matches? What does it change for you in Search and Destroy when you're playing against a truly effective sniper?
It shuts down shut teams down, right? It forces them to be predictable. We have to avoid the sniper rifle. Where are Clay and Dashy going to go? And then you throw them off guard. You throw a lot of aggression towards their side. You put the sniper away. You throw those Maddoxes on. That's when you can really throw that team off. But the other thing is, if the sniper's not missing, just keep gassing them up. Let them go.
Well, Clay gonna have it out yet again as he rotates towards that B side. He'll be the lone player really, as he's got a 2-stack, kind of a 3-stack mid and office. Hit marker, that's tough, and it's Crim6 with the ICR, who's able to deliver the punishment early on and will give the man advantage to OpTic Gaming. And you can see just map control-wise, you've got a wide spread right now from OpTic across kind of that 50-yard line. You're looking for any kind of opening right now for eUnited. It's not gonna be easy to find.
Ooh, and Abizi almost finds it. Pristini is there, and he's able to stay alive in the vents.
TJ probably gets 8 hit markers there through vents, but the damage reduction able to keep them up to see another day. And just like that, no trade in. It's 4-4 immediately. Back and forth we go.
Pristini trying to stay alive. Dashy's there through the vent, though. That vent adds such an element to the map. Scump with another one now, a 1v3 for Cap. Crim6 is there for the help. I was wondering, when is eUnited going to rotate out to the middle? They're able to find a trade on the Karma, but in that 3v3, Crim was already there to help his teammate out.
What do you think has been the biggest difference for OpTic in Search and Destroy with the addition of these new players? Like, what has changed?
Well, when you talk to Scump, a big thing is chemistry. They trust one another. I feel like that last OpTic team, the trust wasn't there. Second biggest thing is communication and the first bloods percentage that they pick up. You feel like a guy like Dashy is going to give you a lot of first bloods with that sniper
just
rifle.
Purely the playmaking ability of those two guys does not hurt, right? Well, OpTic's now up around. You hear the snipe shot go off, but it's not going to connect as OpTic starts to layer towards that A site. It'll be JCap set up in the back. I believe he's got Arcades to work with here as well, but that is going to be an easy plant for Scump. And now 45 seconds on the clock for eUnited to work with.
It's a very similar situation that we saw. The only difference is eUnited doesn't have a first blood, but now they do. Persini able to find one. There goes the push from OpTic. Scump getting pushed up towards that front statue. Can he find any more? Clayster still has that sniper rifle out. This is a tough situation with this weapon.
You can just see the angle as he backed up. They come running across. It's just not an easy shot to hit. Now he's basically trying to world star players at close range. Not easy, especially you got a stock to Saw dancing my pillar, but okay, take it back. He's able to at least hit one. He's got another close. Not enough time to work with, but just maybe trying to find some kills here as time will run out.
I'm loving the confidence from Clay. But that's a couple of rounds in a row now for OpTic Gaming as they take a 3-1 lead.
And obviously Clay has found success with the sniper, but that's an example of a situation where it can punish you, right? Like that's just so hard to make a play unless he hits a crazy shot as they're running across.
But what is OpTic doing? Instead of backing on up because they know a sniper rifle and allowing Dashy to just watch the bomb defuse, they're pushing up to the statue of eUnited. That's the third time you've seen Crim, Karma, and Scump get pushed up, and with that stock, just shouldering back and forth, giving Clayster no angles.
So it's more like, yeah, you better hit your shot. You better hit your first shot, otherwise we're taking map control towards the site. eUnited desperately need a round to get back in this. Dashy's POV now, Clayster!
That's a tough shot.
Oh, his head tossed right into the next round. What a snap from Dashy. As the first blood does come in.
He sees that rotation as well.
Yeah, they got to back him right up. Like, okay, well, Clay's out. Let's rethink our position here as we try to attack the site.
But it looks like Abizi's going to be that point, man. Through the vent, can he find a kill? TJ almost gets taken down, but able to stay alive. Here comes the push from eUnited. Cluster out from TJ. Is it going to find anything?
It weakens too, but
weakens a couple, but you still have a 4v4. Make it a 3v4 as Karma able to take down the bomb carrier and JCap.
And now with 35 seconds left, you gotta go, but you've just been at a man disadvantage this entire time since that opening shot from Dashy. They come soaring out, he gets tagged up. They're trying to get to a similar position that we saw OpTic Gaming last time, and at least they've got some control on the site now. Trade back and forth, go down a man with 20 seconds remaining. Scump dancing, Scump taking the gunfight. Karma there with him as well. And once again, eUnited shut down, but I think it just starts with that snipe. It becomes so much harder. It actually was a pretty good effort from eUnited after being in a 4v5.
I think it starts with that snipe, but TJ's ability to stay alive in that corner, while he's doing that, that forces eUnited to take a lot of different wide angles, and that's when those trades start
and I
for
think his cluster backed up two players, weakened two players. I think allowed Karma to get into a position where he picked one up with an ICR. So, yeah, everybody getting involved. But now you have Crash to work with for Scump. The grab slam, very close for Karma. They're going to go ahead and use attack 5 right now. A Crash specialist comes into play. Now going to make this even more difficult for the defensive side. And that's the hit marker. You think about the added health you might have, but they're able to pick up the kill regardless. So 2 will drop for OpTic.
Ooh.
Make it 3 suddenly. It's all going to fall to Dashy and TJ to try and make a play. They have a minute on the clock, but they're being hunted right now.
Dashy really doesn't care, starting to push on up. But you see the adjustment that was made out of eUnited. Instead of giving up the A site, they put a lot of pressure. They send Pristini and Abizi towards those front statues. And there we go.
All right, so you need to get that. Just bring it back within 2 rounds now. You don't even looking at a 5-1 disadvantage here for eUnited, so you get one on the board. Is it really just been, I mean, the big story has kind of been those first bloods and how people play behind it?
Absolutely has, just the way they're trading towards these bomb sites. I mean, we haven't seen any aggression towards the B side. But I think OpTic on their next offense will switch it up. Just due to the fact that Pristini and Abizi pushed up towards those statues, you imagine they're going to go back to that setup. That opens up a couple of lanes for OpTic, maybe a mid push out of them on the next offense.
I was about to ask, are we going to see any action maybe towards mid or B? Because it has been a party towards that A site. Defensive-wise, a little bit of a change of plans here from OpTic. You mentioned mid, both teams down to dance. First blood to Arcades. Can they trade effectively now to keep this advantage? 2 inside a window, 2 kills suddenly go the way of OpTic, and we're in a 3 versus 3.
Easy with a big gunfight on the dash. His ability to stay alive right now. Now
He's
at 3 versus 2.
4 kills in a row for Abizi. JCap now in from the flank, tagging up Karma. They're going to finish it, and that's a big round for JCap and Abizi, and back-to-back rounds for eUnited, who finally have something flowing here in Search and Destroy. But you called for maybe a bit of a mix-up, and you saw it there from both teams.
Yeah, I think they were trying to set up Damon or Karma with that grab slam towards this middle lobby. We'll see if they go to it on offense as well. We'll see if we have the same setup out of eUnited, because on their last defensive round towards the A site, they sent both Pristini and Abizi. There's a shot of the young gun, the new talent on eUnited, having a great game here as he starts to turn it around.
This is going to be his breakout year, and what an event it's been for him just so early in his career.
Yep, so they send them both, same position. And OpTic are playing this a little bit differently, pretty spread out. There we go, able to catch off Pristini as he gets aggressive.
Now Beezy just tucked away here, hoping maybe he can catch a kill and get away with his life to try and even the odds, but a slower round than we've seen for the most part throughout the course of this game too. RCD's POV is him and Crim6 just tagging each other with vision, really. But now that I think Crim feels confident, there's really just one deep. He calls the play call, the transition over towards this B site. Clayster able to get set up in the back as well, but he's tagged almost immediately. Karma wants to push through, and he finds both in the hallway on rotation. That's a flawless use there of the grab slam.
Yeah, he got pushed off the bomb from that cluster grenade out of Arcides, but he had the grab slam in hand, just throws a quick little shoulder. Still a 2 versus 4, but a great grab slam out of Karma. 10-7 right now. What does Karma always say? Just get me to Sunday, get me to that championship game, and I'll put it away for you.
It's all on Clayster now. 1 versus 2. Not a ton of time to work with. He knows he needs to go. Just trying to find another gun. He's able to pick up a Maddox. Has to be aggressive. Caught on his right. Crim6 closes out the round, and now OpTic 1 round away from a 2-0 edge in the CWL Las Vegas Grand Final.
You did see on the side of eUnited, Clayster has that Tempest available.
I love this. You know you're baiting the rotation. Some are gonna go deep. You know some are gonna at least rotate through all the way. You're hoping you get 1. You get 2, hell, fantastic.
That works
right?
out.
Yep. Love the play and awareness there from Karma. And just good patience by OpTic to sort of bait out the rotation. They play it slow. They know Arcides is a kind of lone man playing deep.
It's a lot of specialists though on the side of eUnited.
I mean, the Tempest, you can win around with that alone. We know how powerful it's been all weekend long.
Yep, TAC 5 boost as well.
You have to get used out of these specialists. You can't go down this round without giving it your all.
Karma in this corner can be such a powerful spot. They're gonna try and stun up Crim. They're able to do it. Clayster able to find that first blood, and all of OpTic are here. They're all in this corner. This is gonna be such a tough position for eUnited. Do you just back on out? No, they're gonna go for this.
He got the grab slam. Is he thinking about maybe making a play? He might not have to. Clayster sniped another. He's picking him apart. The grab slam does come through, and Karma will end up dropping. Now 3 versus 2 for eUnited. You've invested the TAC 5. You've invested the gravity slam. You've got to get a victory here. Dashy wants none of it though, as he's picking him apart on the front line. Now down to a 2v2, and Dashy brings it out. He can't finish the first kill. He just can't connect. Finally able to do it. 1 more remaining. There's the slide. There's the win. 2 matches down. 1 to go. OpTic Gaming on the brink of a championship.
I was gonna call it out too. Dashy able to get that Tempest. Able to find that first one on Arcides. He does have TAC mask up, right? But Abizi trying to do the best he can, gets tagged, and well, we'll see you later, Arcides.
And I was thinking about Clay getting use out of his Tempest to keep the game alive. It ends up being Dashy ending the game with the value he finds from his Tempest. So fantastic stuff, and that's the big thing here for OpTic Gaming. You work so hard to improve and search and destroy, and when it matters most, Joe, when it matters most, they get the W in that game too. A mode that has plagued them really throughout their history. Now they're getting it done. Could be one more map. Control up next. Here we go. Maybe one more map, and OpTic Gaming will be crowned your champions. But eUnited, if there's anyone over the course of their career we do not count out at any time, it has been Clayster. But this is going to be so hard. We mentioned that eUnited hasn't even played Arsenal Control. How does that play in?
Maybe there's a reason for that, though. Maybe teams know how good they are.
I guess that could be it. I'm assuming it's more they have other maps they're strong on, but maybe. Let's hope for their sake that's the case. No, we hit our strats this whole time. We just didn't play it so we could save it for the grand final. Maybe that's the case.
See, another interesting thing as well coming into this grand final, these two teams boot camped with one another. So there's a lot of familiarity on both sides. And they know the strengths and the weaknesses of each other.
That's true. I forgot that was, the big boot camp obviously leading into this. And from my understanding, I mean, it was OpTic dominated it for the most part. So you have to think, I think it was Scump either talked on stream or in a video. He said, the boot camps, they don't know if they're going to do them again because you really learn one team's tendencies. Well, in this particular scenario, when you're playing in the grand final, that works out pretty damn well.
Yeah, I imagine he's probably talking about like other teams like Splice might be playing a little bit different, but yes, if eUnited is going to be in the grand final, this works.
It's the one scenario where this works out real well. These guys very, very familiar with each other. OpTic looking to close this out in 3-0 fashion. They have not dropped many maps over the course of this weekend. And eUnited just today have anything left in the tank. I think that obviously the way that game one went down, the fact that without question should have been a victory for eUnited. I think Clayster's face after that map one told me everything I need to know. That was a painful loss.
Even that last round of Search and Destroy, it's a 5 versus 3 where Clayster able to find a couple of opening snipes and not able to win it.
All right, eUnited fans, your squad needs you desperately as they have to win this to stay alive. Or OpTic Gaming close it out and be crowned your Las Vegas champions. We'll know in the next 5 to 10 minutes as Trey's going down back and forth here in mid-lab. So far, working out for eUnited.
Yeah, and obviously control 30 lives on both sides. One team attacking, one team defending. If the attacking team, they control one, they get a time extension. If they control both, they win the round. On the defensive side, well, you're hoping that timer runs out or you get all 30 kills. And on most control maps, there is a favored, sort of easier target for that attacking team. On Arsenal in particular, it is this A side.
Yeah, you see pretty much every round ending towards B, right? It always comes down to some scenario outside. OpTic down a couple of lives though, able to bring it back. Even looks like they've been able to pick up one tick on this as well. Trying to deal with the pressure, but what a break in from Pristini. Comes soaring out, able to pick up a couple kills and just extend this defense on the A site. And if you remember the last time these guys played, what was the victory for eUnited? It was control. So that's the mode where they got on the board. Is this where they can do it again?
Yep, 25 seconds left. OpTic gonna have to try and at least cap one to extend the round, but they're already down 8 lives.
And look
at this setup. Look at the map control right now for eUnited.
The defense is looking like the offense, and what more can he ask for? But you're getting beamed by Arsity when you're trying to get off spawn and find any kind of position. There's only 10 seconds left. OpTic not even getting close to this A site. What a hold and what an opening round from eUnited as they just end up locking OpTic in and choking him out. That was brilliant.
Like I said, maybe there's a reason why eUnited hasn't played Arsenal Control. Great defensive start from them.
Unless maybe I just got the stats wrong from JP and they're like 7-0.
I don't think we've seen that this much.
I trust JP with my life.
Me too.
But that was flawless. You win the opening break. Yes, OpTic bring it close in a live standpoint early on that round, tied up like 22-22, but just the map position you had. And sometimes, you hear this in sports, sometimes your best defense is a great offense, right? You kind of saw that out of eUnited as they were the ones applying the tempo, applying the pressure. And OpTic just couldn't break out of that spawn trap.
Look at this split push coming out of eUnited. 3 towards 8, a couple towards that B side. They know Karma's inside that vent. They're able to find a couple of kills, and here we go. 3 go down for OpTic. That stun is in. Nice shots by Abizi. Not able to finish it, but that's all 5 down, and now they're capping both zones right now.
Oh, this is so deadly, and again, you're in a position where you're in gunfights basically right out of spawn for OpTic. The SOG, not necessarily what you want at that range, but when they get up close and personal, Pristini can put out the damage. But you got, what, 1 tick, I believe, on A and B, so some damage done for sure. Obviously, you're going to have to finish one of these in the next 70 seconds, but it's a good opening break there from eUnited, but they are down a life right now.
Yeah, and Karma pushed up towards this crane side. He's on the flank of eUnited spawn. I don't know if they're going to be ready for this. Couple of kills go down. JCap and Clace are starting to push up towards that middle lobby. Well, a lot of map control is similarly what we saw for the defensive round for eUnited. There's OpTic Gaming trying to get pushed up. Just trades back and forth. Only 47 seconds remain.
eUnited looking for any kind of opening. Maybe they find it through a window, as that might be a couple kills for Clayster. It's like a three-man push through, and Scump's just trying to hold it as they continue to funnel in and try to apply pressure towards that A site. He's got one up top, one underneath, and finally they are able to break through. 3 kills on the kill feed for eUnited, but right as I say that, there's an answer back from Karma and company as they're able to make the play. So far, it's been all defense. No one able to even capture a point so far, but there are still 20 seconds here. An opportunity for eUnited to make a play, and another split push out of them at a risky time here late in the round.
Yeah, Pristini goes down. Karma finds a couple of kills, and he's able to stay alive for a good amount of time. JCap on this statue, able to win 2.
It's all on him right now, though.
So at least he's stopping the clock right now. As this is being capped, it'll stop the clock.
But look at Scump and TJ. Yep. They're basically pushed up into office. They finally clear it out.
That doesn't work.
We talked about incredible defensive stand from eUnited. OpTic go ahead and answer back with one of their own. So we've now seen either side from each team here, Joe. I guess I want to know what they need to fix on offense, because no one's finding any luck.
Well, I just thought eUnited needed to be better off that break, right? They get 5 kills. I think they needed to produce a little bit more. I think it was a good opportunity for them, maybe one rotate off one site and just help the other out. But it's obviously tough. Like, BZ was on that statue. You don't want the SOG there.
Oh yeah, he has a Madison or an ICR. He probably at least rips 2 off spawn.
Mm-hmm.
Crim6 talking it through with the boys. They know how close they are, and Crim, well, he's going a couple championships in his career.
Just a few.
More than a lot of players combined.
See at the top, a lot of specialists starting to load on up. Looks like OpTic gonna go for this A site. 4 inside Pristini with a nice grapple into that window, but there's one player out there. That was Karma, but he's gonna get taken care of. But OpTic Gaming right now, winning the trade battle, able to get all 5. A great start for OpTic.
And now this is where you put a ton into A, where you can actually do some damage. That is exactly the break you need. They go, what, 5 for 2, I believe is how it works out on that first push. So they're likely going to get zone A. I mean, you don't want to really put anything else into this if you're United unless you can make this flank work.
Yeah, they're going all the way around. They're going through the OpTic Gaming lobby. 3 going a big flank. JCap not able to get it, and they capture zone A.
It looked for a second like the spawns are almost flipped, but OpTic, they win those gunfights inside a lab, and for the first time, we see a defense kind of put onto their back foot. As OpTic now have to think about this rotation out of Central Lab, the push out of office, and the pressure onto the B site. Pristini looks to be the first man up to deal with this, but as you get 3 kills that come in, and now streaks out from Dashy, they're just gonna push them back. They're hiding back in their main spawn with nowhere to go. Dashy's at least able to pick up 1, and that's a 9-kill advantage now for OpTic Gaming.
First tick is in. RCD's on a good flank too. The second tick is in as well. But there we go, a good defensive stop for eUnited, but they're down 5 kills.
Yeah, you basically need 4 more of those stops, right?
They're able to pop that TAC 5 boost.
But that 4 down, the fact that they just get that clean wipe, look at how it allows them to move up the map, and they continue to win gunfights. They're taking damage, but staying alive. That's 3 kills now in a row for eUnited on this push as they try to get into side office. Another one goes their way. All these one-on-ones, you only need 1 more tick if you're OpTic Gaming, but I just talked about OpTic having a 9-kill advantage. Suddenly, eUnited right back in the hunt.
Maybe if you're OpTic, you invest some specialists. Abizi for C, finds some kills. Nice stun out of Abizi. He's on a 6 spree as well.
I can't tell if this is just a great play from eUnited or if this was like, I don't know, like a lazy push.
Abizi right now, he was 6 and 11, Clint, at 14 and 11. Able to get the sniper's nest. That's a lot of streaks for eUnited.
They can't kill him. He seems to be invincible.
Oh my goodness.
Tags up in lab, but still up, and just taking Dashy's focus away from other spots of the map. He just continues to dance. All these streaks to work with, they come flying out. Pristine looking over him. Can't finish Scump, but this round on the back of a BZ. Unbelievable.
You can see OpTic go all the way through the side of eUnited. RC's trying to stay alive. Maybe if you're a BZ, you invest into a streak here. Clayster, he has a Tempest, but that gets taken down. Now you have the Tempest of Dashy, but he gets taken down as well.
Those are both horrible.
He's got it out of him. What about the streaks? Where's the streaks out of a BZ? It's not there on OpTic capture point B.
What was that round? What was that round? Back and forth. You thought OpTic completely in control early. eUnited fire back, and then OpTic pulls something out of the depths once again after that tear from aBeZy in the mid game.
Well, that's the advantage of having 2 ticks off that push.
That's one of the first time I think I've seen 2 Tippets come out and no kills come through for him. Oh.
But now if you're eUnited, time to get a little desperate. You saw the grab slam, you still have that on Pristini. aBeZy with full shrieks. RC is very close to the War Machine on the other side. TJ has his.
When does he opt to use these streaks?
Oh, he was trying to grab something with the stun.
Tries to fly in and make the play with the specialist, but you saw it from his POV. No chance to get anything done. You have the War Machine maybe to connect as well. They're trying to trade the back towers, but OpTic does just enough to hold on and lab. Now, they try to take it to the other side, and TJ's ready and waiting as the new addition. Finds 4 in a row!
It's got to be streak time if you're aBeZy. It has to be streak time. You're down 5 kills. He's able to find the opener. I'm going to try and get pushed up towards this B side. Pristini, he's going to get taken down. This is just too many lives wasted right now. That's almost all 5 dead. RC's trying to stay up. It is. Oh, he finds 2.
Thank God he finds something good. They're getting out of hand quickly. I think it's panic mode right now for eUnited. They're going 1 by 1. They haven't been able to group up, and now you've got the War Machine in your face. Now aBeZy investing these streaks into
finds
it.
Nothing.
Dashy with a pair with the ICR. They're able to clear out the War Machine, but they're down 8 lives with only 15 seconds on the clock. Clayster's gotten set up on B. Like you mentioned, the sniper's nest will come in. Nice play there for Pristini to keep their dreams alive. Oh, that's what you needed. He's gonna have to exhaust everything though, just to stay in this game, because the early threat from OpTic Gaming, you have to call in all 3 of these streaks to push this to a 5th round, if you can even do that. Here we go. This is the final push, at least to get that B site. They still have to worry about A as well, but with B done, they're gonna get the extra time here in just a moment. This minute 10 is everything for eUnited. Down 6 lives. Can Pristini get a big use with the grapple and the grab slam?
Vision Pulse was popped by JCap, so they're getting all the information that they need. RC's able to find 1, but that's shredded out. Crim goes now. Now 3 dead for OpTic Gaming. They're going to try and stack this A site. TJ still alive in the window, doing the best he can. The jump is there, so all 5 dead for OpTic. eUnited, this is where you have to invest that grab slam. He's going to try and push up as soon as he can, and there we go, able to find 1. That's the opener, going to back on up now. But look at OpTic, they're trying to send a couple through the window. That's Dashy and Karma.
They got to go quickly. They do find the first pick, but they got to get in. It's just a matter of seconds from them getting the W inside, but the contest does come through. The contest is still there for a moment, but now everybody cleared out from Crim6. Crim6 has to be the hero. He's going to fall short, and eUnited survive to see a 5th and final round here in game 3.
That got scary for eUnited. What, they were down 6 or 7 lives, had to invest in all the streaks, all their specialists.
You pop what?
Vision Pulse, War Machine.
War Machine, I think what's your grab slam comes in, Hellstorm, Lightning, Sniper's Nest. I mean,
took a lot.
You still barely get that round victory. Once we get back in, we'll kind of take a look at the utility on either side of this, so we can see who maybe has a bit of an advantage, at least in the opening of this 5th round.
Ooh, aBeZy does have a lightning again.
But this could be everything.
You have TAC-5 boosts on both sides, and not much else. TAC-5 pop by both teams. 200 versus 200.
Here we go. We know how crucial the opening breaks are. Who's going to get the advantage? First pick comes in from Karma. eUnited trying to answer, really just back and forth for now. You still have Karma set up in window, kind of pinning Clayster and RC's at these back pillars. He's going to fly out and try to make the highlight play. He's able to do so with the help of Dashy, and that's early aggressive. Pressure onto that A site as OpTic.
Lightning strike in though. Lightning strike inside that A site. Does it find anything? No, it doesn't connect at all.
Did he not pick it properly? Did it not get into the correct
doesn't
spot
connect.
at the top? Were they all on the roof? Because you get nothing there.
Oh no.
And you continue to drop inside. The progress at A almost done.
30
They're
down
gonna
8.
get it here. And now, this is it. This is it. They're up 8 with 1 zone to capture. If you have anything, any late game heroics eUnited, you've got to do it now.
Dashy and Clay very close to their Tempest. It could come down to those plays. Placer set up, able to find one, but that's traded out. If you're OpTic, just slow down. You have a ton of time to work with. You're up 5 lives. We saw how they were able to clutch up an offense earlier. They went all the way around the map. They see one player trying to do that. That was Crim. He gets shut down, but eUnited gaining a lot of map control.
The Tempest is out from Placer. We'll see what he's going to be able to do with it.
See an aggressive.
He can't connect. They're flying.
He's got help, though. He's got a lot of help.
He's missed a couple of shots. Finally able to tag him up, but he's going to end up dropping. It's Dashy and Scup to find the kills from behind. Only 11 now remaining for eUnited. And Dashy has his to work with. Is this where he can close out the game? We've talked about it all weekend long. The Tempest of the young phenom. Is this where he ices it? 1 down. 2. I got a little excited. He didn't actually hit the shot for the rest of the team. There's the 180 as he connects, and now only 4 lives remaining. You can feel it coming. The bar is building after a year of pain. Here it is. There it is. OpTic Gaming back on top.
What a tournament from those guys. What, dropping not a lot of maps. Not a lot at all. Again, from top to bottom, such stellar gameplay in Hardpoint, in Search and Destroy, in Control.
The competition got an off year from OpTic last year, but it seems they are right back on top. A sensational, sensational run. And if there were any question marks around this roster,